That's right, we left off at...
Yuma! Fubuki! Thanks for waiting!
Kurumi! I'm glad you're okay. We just got here ourselves. How was your investigation at the hideout? Did everything go okay?
Yeah, it went great! Looks like you took care of the bombs on your end. By the way, you don't need to hold hands anymore.
I told you, it's for the investigation.
I know, I'm just teasing. Teasing my master is worthy of a vicious food kill.
So did you find anything out?
The peacekeepers were scouring the hideout, but no one was inside the building itself. It was easy to sneak in, but I didn't find any documents or evidence. Maybe all the important stuff is inside that safe.
Oh, the one that looks really sturdy?
I was unable to open it, but I couldn't come back empty-handed. So, I copied the security camera footage. It's the video from the emergency stairs. I saw you in the footage, so I grabbed it just in case.
That's great, Kurumi. I wanted to check that footage anyway.
No problem. Informants are all about give and take. Then how about I take your life? Let's check the video right now. I'll borrow a device from the front desk. The only person in the video is Yuma.
I went to the roof following Shachi. The peacekeepers were blocking the indoor stairs, so I used the emergency stairs on the outside. But halfway up, I heard a gunshot, so I ran up the stairs. That's when I saw Shachi's body.
I fast-forwarded to the relevant footage, but it doesn't seem like anyone else used the emergency stairs. There was one gunshot, and only Shachi was on the roof. He was even holding the murder weapon. Perhaps it is best to consider it a suicide. So you think Shachi was chased by the peacekeepers, thought the revolution had failed, and took his own life?
I disagree. I mean, I thought that in the beginning, but something seems off.
Off? How so?
To start, was Shachi really being chased by the peacekeepers? If he was fleeing them, he could have taken the emergency stairs. The peacekeepers weren't near the emergency stairs, so it was a safe way out.
Maybe he heard your footsteps coming up and mistook you for them.
Even so, killing himself before confirming it was a peacekeeper seems too rash. Besides, I only started up the stairs shortly after Shachi ran to the rooftop. There was still time to flee before he heard my footsteps.
I see. I see. So there had to be another reason he stayed on the roof. But what could it be?
That's the problem, yeah.
One of them is just pretending to think. Oh, right. This is a bit off topic, but I got some information about the flood in Marunouman district. There was a wireless bug inside the Resistance hideout, and I heard the peacekeepers talking on it. The flooding was due to the Amber Electric Power Plant.
Amber Electric Power Plant?
Kane Ward's hydroelectric power plant that harnesses falling rain. They say it's a clean, green energy source. It gathers rainwater throughout the city and drains it to the power plant.
And the power plant was also...
Yep, made by Amaterasu.
Who could have guessed an Amaterasu power plant would be a problem right now?
Keys.
Mysterious suicide, bomb threat, and flooding. If it's all just coincidence, then this place is cursed. Well, to be fair, you're the one who's cursed, Master.
I don't think it's a coincidence. There must be some kind of connection. An Amaterasu power plant. I want to investigate it, but it probably isn't safe.
But it could be related, right? Then we have to go. Yes, let's! An exciting adventure awaits us. That's right, Fubuki. Finding the truth itself is an adventure. Yuma, if you hesitate, the truth will get away from you. Then again, I'm just repeating what my grandpa said.
It's getting really hard to say no now.
Girls bat their eyes and Master is suddenly helpless.
That's not it. Despite the danger, we have to go. We can't let the Peacekeepers pursue us forever. Alright, let's go to the power plant.
Yes, let us all join together and solve this case. Yup, let's go. Time to head to Marnamon District.
Let's not do anything reckless.
I found you, you vile criminals!
Oh. Shucks.
I found you, you
Oh.
vile criminals!
I didn't see that the first time. Oh, I'll wait till we get out of the freaking UTEs. Quick time event.
You criminals!
Oh, okay. I like this game a lot. I want to get super clear. I enjoy this game. Yes, it's going to be compared to Danganronpa a lot because of the creator and the art style, all of that. Now,
You have nowhere
if
to
I have
go.
any critiques on this
Give
game,
yourself up.
This is bad. Look,
on top,
Right!
left,
let's go.
what did her volume sound?
Damn it! They got away!
Okay. So here's something that I've learned just from looking at the game. Or just experiencing the game, excuse me.
This isn't just a flood. It's
Oh.
all underwater.
How I mentioned that this is very Danganronpa, right? Because it's murder mystery. You play as a young protagonist guy, whatever, right?
Once we left.
They did change it a bit where like
Doya District?
they didn't have the gimmick of
I
ultimate
know I have
whatever
made the same mistake
as
in the
each of the
past.
kids, which to me never really made sense because they were
Did
kids.
everyone in the city leave their
So they were,
water running?
to me, they were just too young to be called an ultimate whatever.
Fubuki,
But anyway,
you're
it doesn't
so
matter.
funny.
Maybe that was just what they strive to
I
be.
think she was serious.
The thing about this game,
There aren't
after
any peacekeepers around
playing
here.
it for about 2 weeks or something,
I'm
so
sure they
2 weeks or so
prioritize
now,
eliminating the resistance over rescuing citizens.
I just
Now's
realized
our
that
chance to see
like
the power plant.
this game is not a visual novel anymore.
Power plant is up ahead, right?
It is an actual game, right? Where like there's a world you can walk. I mean, it's not a big world, but it's like a town
Maybe
or a
someone needs
city,
to evacuate.
which honestly,
Let's
that all it
go.
needs to be. They added the underground too, which is
I've
okay.
never been on a boat
But
before. So excited.
compared to Danganronpa, where Danganronpa, you guys were just literally just flat folks. And then they would just stay in like the classrooms or like the whatever school building. They would just be there, standing there. This one is like, okay, I don't know why it took me a while to realize it, but like, yeah, we're actually in a world. We're walking around. It's 3D, and to me, it seems like this is their first time messing with 3D. Because Danganronpa had the gimmick of what it was. They didn't want to stray from that. So them making this instead of a Danganronpa 4 was because they wanted to do something different. That's what I feel like. And, you know, it's not going to be like the next God of War or like the next Uncharted or Last of Us or, you know, Cyberpunk or anything like that. But I feel like the more they practice with this 3D stuff, the more, I mean, because eventually, but the problem is if they do too many like murder mystery games, then they're all just going to like be the same but just different. Meaning like they might have like the same type of death or whatever, and then like they reuse it, but they just change it up like a little bit. I don't know, but like because in Danganronpa the series, like when they died, they got like a really cool. I don't say it's kind of messed up, but they get this video package, and then it shows them how they died, which is, you know, extremely brutal and all that stuff. But I think like that's the reason why Danganronpa has such a cult following, because the characters were fun, and you just have to learn about the cast. Unfortunately, because the game is always in the same order because it's a story. There's some, you know, some characters don't really get as much screen time as the others because they're like the first ones to die, or like and also like the first ones who committed the murder, and then you figure it out. So it's like kind of like I always think about Danganronpa 1 is the baseball guy who killed a girl who supposedly was like your childhood friend. And what sucks the most for that was like it felt like they were teasing a potential story with the main character and that girl, but then she is like the first one to die, so they never really got to pull the trigger as to like what she could have, right? Imagine in a world where Danganronpa's story was like she wasn't the first one killed, and then she like does all these things of pretending to be innocent, and then turns out she's like a villain. Right, or she had like evil intention, or whatever, you know, like, you know what I mean? Would have been like a cool reveal. But they killed her off, and then you're just like feeling bad. Your character feels bad, like, oh, she's dead, whatever. It's like I think in his head he was starting to assume that she was like liking him or something. You know, but anyway, that's a rant for another time. This game, they go 3D. They tried to make a living world, but you know, not really. And, you know, they're just kind of playing around with this stuff, which I think is pretty neat. Unfortunately, the world is a little boring.
That is amazing.
Because, you know, we were on the if you remember, we started off on the train.
You're amazing,
And then, yeah, we started off on the train, and then we like onto that whatever, and then you meet the, you know, the 5 detectives or something, and they all died. So that kind of sucked because you could have just.
Are there sharks?
Oh,
Gotcha. I suppose.
Yeah, so it's like we were starting to get to like the right, or well, if you like the characters, but then, you know, they're all dead, and then you just have to figure out who, and then like he'll. So in a way, it kind of just stinks that like you were trying to get to learn these characters, and then now you versus like where in Danganronpa, all the characters, like you got to know each and every one of them a little bit better, hang out with them, talk to them, chat with them.
Watch out! You'll crash!
Huh?
It looked like a big safe. I'm sure it floated. I am embarrassed to sound so naive, but if so, is it? It should be fine. Oh, really? It'd be terrible if we.
that's safe.
The security function makes nowadays. It's made.
That's right. It's this something about this.
So now we had a new crew, kind of, and I thought it was going to be like every chapter is going to involve that person,
This boat is sturdy
and
or not.
technically it still kind of is, except I'm curious as to where it goes after her, because we had the other guy who changes costumes, and then the one before that, Hilara, the girl who just always charged money for.
Yes.
I'm curious as to where things go. But find out.
That must be the power
'Cause
plant.
they just added like another group of people. And then also like this girl who's a high school girl hanging out with us for some, I mean, not for some reason because she's the informant, but still just weird for her to hang out with us.
There doesn't appear to be anyone here. Maybe all the workers evacuated.
There wasn't a blackout, so the building should still be functioning. This place is working hard, even while flooded. I should follow its example and keep working hard too. Hey, I think we can go in through there.
Wait, don't go alone. It's dangerous.
It's all right, no one's here. Let's hurry and check this place out. She is a rather good informant. She deserves respect for putting her life on the line for the sake of intel.
I doubt I could be so bold.
Looks like a regular office. Maybe they do administrative stuff here. There's some tea half gone on the table. People must have left in a hurry.
Let's check out this room. We might find out what happened here.
You can do it, Master! Yuma,
The emergency notice to all
according to this, yeah. In the first one, the drainage... It seems like there was a separate explosion at the drainage channel exactly when the phone booth blew up.
So
Another explosion
MLC.
near the water drainage channel. Is that why water overflowed into Marunomon district?
No. If it was just an accident, there'd still be plenty of drainage capacity. The city flooded because another accident pushed it over the edge.
What accident?
There's a reservoir upstream from the power plant. That's where they adjust the water used for generating power. But the valve that adjusts the water flow is malfunctioning right now.
Malfunctioning?
The valve's locked open, causing water to keep flowing.
I see. So they couldn't drain it quick enough, and it overflowed into Marunomon district.
I highly doubt this all happened by accident.
Yeah, there's no doubt this was intentional. But why?
Better write this down.
house is good. Guess maybe like that. Same. We already had the green one, and the green one was a. Not the best, but red looks was terrible actually. So at least they're
For a
re.
little break. from this area.
And that... No.
I'll help you out.
It will... Oh,
Looks
I think that's about it. It's too early to go.
My turn. Okay. That's where I can go double check everything.
That
Now
should
this
be
was
everything I can
finished.
Investigate here.
Anything else?
I think I understand the gist of this power plant.
Arena! Second floor seating! If you see a terrorist, applaud!
What was that?
Peacekeepers? What are they doing here? You are surrounded! Come out with your hands up and the only punishment you'll receive is a little pat on the head. From Dominic's freakishly strong hands!
Hey.
What do we do?
We can escape through that door. No, Cody, it won't open.
Master! Calm down! Right now, we have to stay calm! You're out of time! The terrorist really is here! They sold out one of their own! That's so funny!
It must have been the old man.
Terrorist clown! Look! Dominic's laughing his butt off!
Sold out their own?
We got an anonymous tip you were here. A certain friend was worried about your future. What's going on? Someone from the Resistance reported us?
I'm not sure what's happening here.
Yuma.
Please do it, Fubuki.
Now, don't try moving without permission. Looks like a regular office. Maybe they do administrative stuff here. There's some tea half gone on the table. People must have left in a hurry. Wait, when did you two start holding hands? What are you doing? This is as far as I can turn back time. Fubuki? What's the matter? Did something happen?
I'll explain later, Kurumi. The Peacekeepers are on their way. We need to get out of here.
What? I was about to do the old "you were surrounded, so come out with your hands up" thing. Why are you out here?
Damn, we're already surrounded. We have to turn back time again.
Yeah, I cannot. Once I have turned back time, I cannot turn it back any further.
Oh no!
Hello? What you talking about? Now, at this moment, the main focus is here! If this was reality TV, your faces would be totally blurred out right now. Hey, Dominic, you love throwing terrorists in the can, right?
Ooh.
Some terrorists for you to crush! Squish them into cans and ship them off to Director Yomi. Okay? Okay! Sorry. If I was just a bit stronger. What do we do, Yuma?
We can't get captured here. The bomb threat, flooding, and Shachi's death. I have to solve those mysteries.
That's where yours truly comes in!
Right. Shinigami, please help me.
Oh, fine! After all, I have to help when asked! The target is the mysterious death of that Shachi guy, and we now have enough clues for that. Here goes, Master! And the monster's body ready!
Oh, Mind Palace. Okay, so that means right now it's 10. Let's do our best to rush through this. I can't skip it. Yep.
Oh my. Oh, time has stopped.
You're not surprised?
Well, this is not out of the ordinary for members of the Clockford family. But who did this?
She did?
Nice to meet you. Apologies for the delayed introduction. Why, thank you for the proper introduction. Pleased to meet you. Low-hanging, spitting butt sweep. This is terrible, Yuma. It appears we are both falling.
Yes, I know!
Down the rabbit hole we go!
Egypt, huh?
Ow! This happens every time. There's gotta be a better way.
Yuma, it appears we are witnesses to a historical moment.
Huh?
I never would have imagined discovering an advanced civilization underneath Kanai Ward. There must be treasures sought by adventurers deep inside. Oh, if I had known this was here, I would have brought along a whip and hat.
Fubuki? We're not underneath Kanai Ward. And that's what happened.
That's it!
Huh?
This is exactly the adventure I have been seeking! Hidden treasure inside a labyrinth, traps blocking our way, dangerous monsters! This labyrinth is the adventure I was born to take on!
I think that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Did she really not get it? Well, that figures. So, you must be the god of darkness possessing Yuma! You got it all wrong! I'm not the god of darkness! I'm the god of death!
She's like our guide for the Mystery Labyrinth.
Right! If you defy me, I'll abandon you in here. I see. You're the guide to hell that dwells in the labyrinth. So you are the god of darkness. Then you are plotting to interfere with us. I will not yield to you.
She doesn't get it at all.
It's like she's not listening. This is why I hate naive, sheltered skanks. Naive? Sheltered? Calling me a skank is one thing, but sheltered? Yuma, I swear I shall conquer this labyrinth! I cannot abide this vulgar god of darkness calling me naive and sheltered!
Fubuki, please, calm down.
Anyway, Master, let's do it again. We've got to put on a fiercer display than ever before for this sheltered skank. Fiercer than usual?
Fubuki, just a heads up. Please don't take anything you're about to see in a weird way.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
I am.
The god of darkness was concealing a weapon all along! And yet, Yuma, you have disarmed the god of darkness and stolen her weapon! Master, we don't have time to deal with this. Just chop her up with a solution blade.
Absolutely not!
Here, I spat out the solution keys for you. You were smuggling that many keys on you? You must be a serial burglar, god of darkness! Your crimes are far worse than I first imagined! Seriously, you're such a dumb, sheltered skank. How do you hope to clear the mystery labyrinth like this? You called me sheltered again.
There, calm down.
I refuse. I do not like conflict, but I will not stand idly by while being insulted. For the honor of the Clockford family name, I must fight.
Sheesh, give me a break.
Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth. I will not lose to the god of darkness. I will conquer this labyrinth sealed in shadow and find the hidden treasure deep within.
This doesn't look very promising. I can see numbers.
It looks like a countdown. I told you 1,000,000 times. But maybe this is a recreation of the...
You mean the bomb?
It'll go... What did
Kaboom.
you not let it...
Okay, we gotta hurry.
Wait! It's not safe! Jeez. It's too dangerous for Fubuki to go alone. Although, maybe not. She could use her ability in an emergency.
Oh, I should let you know. Fortes can't be used in here.
Huh? Really?
That sheltered skank is just tagging along inside the mystery labyrinth. She won't be able to use her abilities.
Oh, now I'm worried. Let's hurry after her.
Yeah, so like I think I talked about this the first or second time we did this. This is just uninspiring. And honestly, it's just a waste of time. I believe it's just a loading transition. New games nowadays don't really need to load like that. You know, it'd be what it be. I believe this game was also on the PS4, but I might be wrong. So if it was PS4, it's kind of like you can kind of you can understand. But I also purchased the other game, the 100 line Fast Defense Academy. So
Fubuki?
Oh, Yuma, take a look at this. These cute creatures and I have become the best of friends.
Those are cubes! It's a materialized mystery. Ah! She's already buried beneath them!
Oh, another round oddity over here?
A phantom!
Found you! You're a terrorist, bomber, murderer, and a maggot who doesn't deserve to live. You murdered Shachi from the Resistance, didn't you? Killing your own people makes you dumber than Dominic.
I didn't do it! When I got to the roof, Shachi was already dead!
I can't hear you. Sorry, I don't listen to criminals. How horrifying! So these are the Labyrinth's monsters? You summoned such dangerous creatures to block our path? Think what you want, but you can't move forward until you boom kill these things. Let us do it, Yuma! Hey, Dominic. You're good at doing laundry, right? Grab a washboard and give their filthy hearts a good scrub!
hey, here we go. Death match. Shachi's gun, Shachi's action, dirty camera.
Faster shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof! Terrible of you to shoot an ally! You even planted the side! With no witnesses. You did as you
What?
pleased.
I hit it. I hit it.
Safe. Faster shooting Shachi on the hideout's roof. Ally. You even planted the gun on the roof. Admit. To shoot an ally. You even planted the gun on the roof. With no witness. Just admit it. And faster shooting roof. You even planted the with no witnesses. By the way,
In that case...
just admit it. Shachi on the hideout. Of you to shoot an ally. You even planted the gun herbs.
Dang, got it wrong again.
Just admit it.
Yes.
Confess to
Oh.
This is the truth. No, I'm not the one who shot him. I was still on the stairs when the gunshot went off. The security footage proves it.
The monsters retreated. Yuma, you defeated those monsters! Splendid! I respect you as a fellow adventurer. As a sign of my respect, may I call you the Warrior of Light?
Warrior of Light? Sure, whatever you say. Let's keep going.
By the way, Yuma, why were they accusing you of being the culprit?
Oh yeah, Fubuki, you don't remember the case. There was a murder, and I'm a suspect.
There's no way the Warrior of Light can be a murderer.
I was seen under incriminating circumstances. Not only was I a suspected terrorist, but I was also spotted next to a corpse on the roof of a building.
Was there no one else on the roof?
No one. There was nowhere to hide up there, and no other exits.
Well, that does sound awfully suspicious, Yuma. Things would go much easier if you just confess.
I told you I didn't do it! Whoa, what's happening?
I understand now. This place is going to sink very soon.
I know that!
I can float, so it's not a problem for me. But you two better figure something
I
out.
didn't know that
quick.
like this place could flood like
I know
that, so
that too! We just need to solve the mystery, right?
Come on, Master, concentrate!
what murder weapon you?
This way! This is bad. I'm losing my strength. I can't...
Oh, so I was wrong. It was Tachi's gun.
This way!
That was quite the surprise.
Fubuki, let's go up there.
Huh? You mean jump on it?
It's alright, this should be fine. Come on, Fubuki! What's wrong? You need to jump over here!
I am not very good at physical activity.
Huh?
I cannot do it. I lack the confidence.
Fubuki, you're an adventurer, aren't you? You should be able to jump this.
Very well. I shall reach out as far as possible. Please catch me if I fail to make it.
Fubuki!
Depressed. Oh.
That was close.
It's too early to relax. Come on, keep going! Thank you, Yuma. Something is off. I am... What still think you can't solve mysteries, you can't use your abilities, you can. So, yeah, you're basic.
Fubuki,
I am fine, Yuma. I am terribly sorry.
you don't have to worry about it.
No, I must become. Hey, looks like she's getting motivated. Sometimes playing the bad guy gets results.
Playing? But you're always like this.
I am curious. Are you really a detective in training, Yuma? You seem far more experienced with adventuring than I am. You even have the title of Warrior of Light.
You gave me that title, Fubuki.
Master's an expert at getting dragged into other people's business. He's been forced around the block a few times. He's got a great mentor, too. In contrast, I have nothing besides the ability to wind back time. And my only merit is useless here. Too bad, so sad. You're not gonna make it through here. You're getting real annoying. It's starting to stress me out. Master, help me unwind by turning them into... Even if you didn't fire the gun,
High voltage. Fine.
a friend could have done it for you.
Fine by you.
You ordered your accomplice to snipe Shachi from someplace else. Your accomplice threw the gun over to you. You planted it in Shachi's hand. That was your maggot master plan! Huh? Not taken. There's one spot where the shot could have been made. You shot from the roof of the building.
So that okay.
Even if you didn't fire the gun, could have done it for you.
Oh, okay. I see. I thought that was gonna be it.
Done it for you. You ordered your accomplice to snipe Shachi from someplace else. Accomplice threw the gun over to you.
Ah, God dang it again.
Shachi from someplace else. Accomplice threw the gun over to you. You planted it in Shachi's hand. From someplace else. Accomplice threw the gun over to you. That was your maggot master plan! There's one spot where the shot could have been made. Next turn!
Not it either.
Even if you didn't fire the gun,
High voltage lines.
You ordered your accomplice to snipe shots. Accomplice threw the gun over to you. That was your magic master plan. There's one spot where the made. Building next door.
Slash through this mystery. The neighboring building didn't have any windows, so the only way to shoot the victim was from the rooftop. But that building was taller than the hideout. If the victim
Oh,
was
are we
from
thinking that
height,
Shachi,
the gunshot
the
would
reason why
have
there
been
was
at an
smoke out of
angle.
his gun was because he tried to shoot at someone,
Gunshot
but the other
wound
person
through his
shot
head
at
was
him.
horizontal. Based on the gunshot wound, it's impossible for the bullet to have traveled from the roof of the neighboring building.
I get it. Since the wound ran parallel to the roof, the shooter must have been at the same height.
Well, it could be that the victim's head was at an angle at the time of impact. But
Get some
in
water.
that
I'll be
case,
back.
We would have found the bullet lodged in the roof.
The monster conjures falsehoods to impede our progress.
But it's strange that they insist it was a homicide. If I'm not the culprit, it'd make more sense to rule it as a suicide.
That's because it is one. They're insisting it's a homicide to cover it up.
So you finally revealed your true nature, God of Darkness.
Huh?
Yuma, do not be swayed by this deceiver. This case is most assuredly a homicide.
Assuredly. And what are you basing that on?
The victim carried a gun, did he not? If so, he could have used it to combat the peacekeepers pursuing him. And yet, he hastily turned the gun on himself. I do not believe the victim was so cornered that he would commit suicide.
That actually makes sense.
That's a good point. Even if he wanted to avoid using his gun, he could have at least used it to threaten them.
So it must be a homicide.
No! Suicide!
Homicide!
Homicide.
Suicide!
Huh?
Homicide. Homicide. I don't think he killed himself. I think it's my theory that I said earlier about try to shoot the other person, he missed or something. But the other person nailed him.
I'm sure this is the right way.
I knew it! This case had to be a homicide.
Don't make me do. Don't make
If
it be
it
that thing
was a
of
homicide,
you go
someone
through
else had to live on the
JK,
roof,
they go
right?
to the other door, and
The
JK
master,
again.
You were on the emergency stairwell.
Let
and
it just be
the peacekeepers
this
were behind
door,
the door.
please.
Which means no one could have gotten off that roof. How did the culprit shoot the victim and get away? See? If it wasn't a suicide, then what happened? You better explain yourself.
Very well, I shall. I completely agree with what Yuma said.
I didn't say anything.
So what do you think, Master?
You mean why I think it's a homicide? I don't really have a solid reason why yet. We're trapped!
Oh, it's one of those closing doors situations with the spikes, I bet.
Oh no!
What was the reading? What?
Come on, spit
What
it
was
out.
the
The
reasoning
mystery
behind
won't
it?
take forever, you know.
Where are my choices?
I'm sure there's a clue pointing to a homicide.
Huh?
Wait, what if
I was wrong. Is it obvious? And I'm gonna say it. Okay,
Oh,
that's
the
stupid.
wall stopped.
We knew it was the
Looks like it's
gun.
the right one.
Like that was so obvious. I thought they
That
were
is the
asking
gun
me
that
that
fired
question
the
because it was
fatal
something
shot, right?
different.
But how can you determine it was a homicide?
there's something unique about this gun? A revolver cylinder normally swings out to the left, but the gun found at the scene swings out to the right.
I see. That is unusual. It is incredible how you even noticed it. You really are the holy great detective warrior of light, Yuma.
It got even longer. Oh well, anyway. This gun was apparently custom made for Shachi.
The junk shop geezer said that too. How does that prove this was a homicide?
I don't know anything else about it. I just figured this was kinda out of place. It's happening again?
Of course. You haven't solved the mystery itself.
Yuma, over there! Could you try shooting it with...
Oh!
Bang.
Huh?
If you can't shoot it,
Something. I can't shoot the gun until I...
Well,
The reason why...
oh, here we go.
Lay it all out. Okay, here we go.
Are you ready to play the Shinigami puzzle?
Is there's no R, so it's F.
Go, go, go! Nice! Great!
Okay, so that was a mistake. They should have had the word right and left so that you would get it wrong. They just gave you left, so okay. What else could it be? Can't be middle.
That's it! It's because he was left-handed! The reason the cylinder swings out to the right is to let him reload while still holding the gun in his left hand. If he was right-handed, it would be very difficult to reload if the cylinder swings out to the right. If Shachi was right-handed, he wouldn't have commissioned his gun to be designed this way. Which means Shachi is left-handed.
And
look! The exit! You did it, Yuma!
Oh, it worked.
All thanks to yours truly.
No, it is thanks to Yuma's deduction.
What? But we'd all be flattened by now if it wasn't for my assist.
I will never believe the God of Darkness could willingly lend a helping hand.
Sure, say what you want. Anyway, let's hurry. Countdown is still going.
Right. It looks like the number's gone down by a lot.
You were so close to figuring out this mystery.
all right, let's go, go, go. I wonder if I can actually, like, in real time wait out and, like, it would,
Look!
you know,
another
like, go
monster.
down. Death match. Here's what I got.
Bad luck.
I didn't get to see what my thing was.
Looks like it's a dead end. You can't proceed. What? Homicide. Shashi definitely committed suicide.
That claim doesn't hold up!
Did I pick the right one?
No! Shachi didn't commit.
Oh. Oh.
So what if the gun was designed to
Parking lot explosion, Shachi's action,
and still shoot
left-handed.
yourself? Shachi shot himself with the gun in his dominant hand.
Wrong! Haha! Left-handed, mother effer.
Shachi was left-handed, but he was found dead with the gun in his right hand. There's no reason he'd use his non-dominant hand to commit suicide. It's an obvious contradiction. When the culprit tried to make it appear like a suicide, they put the gun in the wrong hand. Which means someone else was involved in Shachi's death. This death was a setup. It's a homicide.
Nailed it. Yeah, he hit the bullet hole in his right head, on the right side of his head, but he's left-handed, so he can't really, you know. But I feel like if you were, I'm not saying that anyone should
Managed
ever
once
try
again to
this,
slay the
but I feel
monsters.
like if you were to do it to yourself,
That
you'd probably
confirms
hit, right?
The homicide route was the correct
You
one.
know? Just saying.
Seems like it. I guess I can admit defeat here.
Huh? The God of Darkness admitting defeat? Perhaps she has an honest side. No! It cannot be! Could this be an illusion she conjured forth?
You know, I don't really care, so long as we keep solving mysteries. Just keep helping my master out for a bit longer.
Let's carry on for now.
The culprit made a pretty cliche mistake getting the victim's dominant hand wrong.
Perhaps the culprit doesn't know that Shachi's custom gun was designed for someone left-handed. Shachi rarely carried his gun.
Roof of the hideout, inside of the hideout. I think it's the roof of the building next door. Because the door was locked on the thing. So I think it is to the... I think this is correct.
Right here!
Oh, that was wrong then. Oh. That was wrong. Let's say roof.
Right here!
Okay, so it was on top of the same. I'm curious how this person escaped.
That was the right answer, but
If he was shot on the roof, doesn't that mean the culprit was also on the roof?
The culprit placed the gun in Shachi's hand to make it look like a suicide. That means they had to be there in person. The culprit was definitely on that roof.
Oh, it's one of these.
But Yuma, you said nobody was there when you arrived.
That's what we have to figure out now. When I heard the shot, I was halfway up the emergency stairs. It took about 10 seconds to reach the roof. And in that time, the culprit vanished like a cloud of smoke from the scene.
Where could the murderer have gone?
We're back at the crime scene.
Though it is fairly high,
There's nowhere to hang plus from this. It'd be tough for someone to get.
as the culprit was.
Wait. Master was up ahead. What I... Hey!
I don't know if the footage from which makes it.
You know what it could have been? The door could have been opened. They put the key in, and then they closed it so that it locked.
Me sheltered again.
Uh-oh.
How many times is that now? Let's see.
Seriously, are you
Be
dead?
quiet, please.
Head on right? When are you gonna start being useful?
I feel much better.
Together
Just
already.
how many insults
That's
do you
what
intend
the
to
clock
hurl at me?
Anyway.
Yes, that is all.
The culprit must have been on their roof when they committed the crime. They escaped somehow. But how? There aren't any other clues at the crime scene. Wait, if nothing was there, what if the culprit destroyed evidence?
What? Destroyed evidence? Leave it to yours truly. I'll bring it out of your mind, Master.
You're going to recreate the crime scene again?
If you don't remember it, then I've got no choice. I'll make it a gentle beating this time around.
In the body. Okay, so I guess not. Jeez, if there was a correct answer, just pick it. Don't freaking maybe choose, you know?
Are you all right, Yuma?
I'm in so much pain. I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
The corpse is gone, but nothing else has really changed about this place. I believe all that happened was you were assaulted, Yuma.
Not much time passed between when you first reached the rooftop and when you discovered the corpse. If nothing changed, then there are no clues here for you to use.
Hang on. There must be something. Something that the culprit destroyed to cover their tracks.
I wrenched this memory out of your tiny brain, so you don't have much time left to look around. Your time limit is until the pain in your head goes away. You better hurry up and investigate.
Got it. I'll hurry. It seems like there's no place to hang a rope off of. There's nothing of note on this side of the wall. What What is that? A storm drain? Oh, right. This
Oh.
was the explosion that happened right after I found the body. So the drain was covered after.
They could have opened. Oh wait, what happened? Oh, I solved it already. They could have opened that drain and jumped right in. Death match. Man, we got a lot of time. Like an hour. Okay.
What's with these weirdo fantasies? Dang, Shachi committed suicide. You're such a mess. There is no other culprit. Rooftop.
That claim doesn't hold up!
Did I do it wrong?
No, there is a culprit!
Ugh, still talking about.
Ah, okay. Height of the roof, drain. I think the answer is drain.
The culprit will be on the roof if it's not. You can't escape through the roof's door. You can't escape through the emergency step.
Emergency what?
Or was the culprit on the roof the whole time? Imposter! There's simply no place to.
I'll slash through this mystery! No, there is a way out! The drain directly below the rooftop!
Don't let any shady statement slip by.
Three phantoms will ask a riddle from time to time. Read the question carefully and counter by repelling the words of the answer. Okay. Oh. Okay, so what's the...
What's that got to do with fleeing from the roof? How did the culprit escape? Go ahead and try answering that.
That was a riddle? That's not a riddle. That's just a question.
This, I'll expose the truth!
Oh.
That's right! The culprit! That was the
They disappeared, but to leap into a storm drain from atop a roof? Is such an adventurous stunt truly possible?
I wasn't sure about that as well. But if the explosion was used to destroy evidence, I think that has to be the case. The culprit opened the storm drain's grates beforehand and jumped from the roof right after committing the crime. The Doya district was flooded, so naturally the drain would have been filled with water. Then, the culprit swam away.
It would only take a few seconds to escape the roof that way. So the culprit used a bomb to blow up the area, which covered up the evidence of their escape.
Why? We defeated these monsters already!
The problem here was follow the culprit's escape route.
So we have to leap into the drain just like the culprit did?
here? And now more trains have suddenly appeared. What is happening? Master, you have to make up your mind. and
Resistance
jump.
leader outcast.
No, I don't! I'm already falling!
Am I wrong?
This way!
Oh, I got it right. Ooh, though. Would have to be the girl, I bet. I don't know.
Must we
I don't think it's the
all
old
of them?
man.
Even
It would have to be the other three that we haven't even seen, right?
chase scenes are common in adventures, but are you certain the culprit is among them?
There are only two ways the culprit could get a hold of Shachi's gun, the murder weapon. Either steal it from the safe or get it from Shachi himself. In any case, the only ones who could have done it are members of the Resistance.
Is it possible the culprit took the victim's gun by force? If so, a complete stranger could have done it.
But if someone tried to take his gun, I'm sure Shachi would have drawn it and threatened them. If so,
What?
the culprit would have realized
Oh,
their
what the heck?
target was left-handed.
I see. That would conflict with a cover-up attempted at the crime scene.
Would it be? It might be. The guy in the front because he got real upset.
Also, the culprit
When
should
I
have probably
didn't
shot
join
half
the
the
group.
Resistance against the Peacekeepers. At the time,
Why would he
I
shoot
didn't understand
Shachi,
why
though,
it was
you
sent to
know?
the Peacekeepers. But it must have been to corner Shachi by steering the Peacekeepers toward the hideout. The culprit then ambushed him when he arrived on the roof.
Which means the culprit anticipated the target fleeing up there.
Perhaps it was a planned escape route the Resistance had decided on beforehand. If they fled using the emergency stairs, it would be easy to shake off pursuers. As a matter of fact, the Peacekeepers were held up there. If he hadn't been killed, he would have escaped.
So all of it was calculated. Whoever it is, they are truly frightening. And that culprit is among them?
If we organize all the clues we've got so far, we can narrow down who the culprit is.
But how long will they keep running? At this rate, there's no end in sight.
Water tank.
Faster! Oh,
Okay.
A giant.
in here.
What would be necessary
always
for
find
the?
culprit if you keep solving mysteries.
What would be necessary for the culprit to commit crime? Okay, I think it's I think it's to do the be left-handed, get a swim footage.
Come on! I'm counting.
Got it.
You don't have to be left-handed. Shooting, right? Okay, swimming is the answer. Oh, I knew it. It's him because he's a good swimmer. I knew it. Yeah, he was a swimmer or an athlete or whatever.
In order to commit this crime, the most important requirement is to be an excellent swimmer.
Do I get to pick?
Jumping from that height into a storm drain would also require
I know
training
the
and
answer.
experience. Maybe they had high diving experience.
Wait, what?
The truth is crystal.
See, What's kind of messed up is he has a villain look.
It's you, Icardi! You took advantage of your swimming skills to murder Shachi! Huh?
Yeah, he has the villain look.
No! That's insane! I'm not the culprit! That's bullshit! I didn't kill Shachi! I'm not the
Yeah, okay.
culprit!
Such a foreboding presence. Is this the true I?
But most of the mystery has already been solved, Master.
Right.
Deathmatch. Party's talent. Ruka. What's his name?
I'm not the culprit! Where's your evidence? There are other resistors. I'm not the culprit! Where's your evidence?
Who's Margula?
There
Oh,
are
there's
other
the old man.
resistance members. I know! Margula is the culprit! Margula shot Shachi on the roof!
I don't think there's enough to. Okay, his name is Icardi.
Aww.
For now.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not the culprit! Where's your evidence? There are other resistance
Alibi. Got it. The
members. I
answer.
know! Margula is the culprit! Shachi on the roof!
I'm not the culprit. Where's your evidence? There are other resistance members. I know.
Margula is the culprit!
Margula shot
Shachi on the roof!
This is the truth! Margula has an alibi! It's impossible for him to have done it!
There we go. Designed by Iruka.
If it's not Margula, then Iruka is the culprit! Iruka
hmm.
he killed Shachi! And made it look like suicide!
If it's not Margula,
Then Iruka is the culprit! Iruka knows a lot about handling guns.
she killed
Shachi! And made it look like suicide!
I'll slash through this mystery!
Go on.
Iruka designed the handgun, so she knew Shachi was left-handed. She never would have made that mistake faking his suicide.
Yeah.
It's not Margula.
It's not
Iruka.
but you still can't say
I'm the culprit.
the culprit is
Survive! He killed Shachi on the roof. And messed with the corpse. Wait! It's not Margula. It's not Iruka.
but you still can't say I'm the culprit.
Oh.
Put
And
you
it
on the
either?
roof. And mess with
Let me
the
see if there's
corpse.
more to his thing.
Escape through the drain.
It's not Margala. It's not Iruka. But you still can't say I'm the culprit. The culprit is
Move off.
Oh.
Put you on the roof. And mess with the corpse. Then escape through the drain.
From Matt. Okay.
It's not Margot. It's not Iruka. Can't say. I'm the culprit. The culprit killed Shotzi
I did not do a great job on this
and
one.
messed with the corpse. Then escape
I feel like the problem with this game is the other one is kind of like, okay, it's one of the kids, they had a certain motive to kill each other and stuff like that. This one is just a bunch of short stories.
Servar was traumatized
And then-
once nearly drowning.
Well, ultimately the big bad, we already like know who he is. So it feels like we're probably gonna somehow get him in jail or something. I don't even know. Oh, but actually if we do the mind labyrinth thing, he might die. So there's that, but Danganronpa is, we knew that villain was Monokuma, but we couldn't do anything about it.
Yuma, you did it! You defeated the monster! Huh? But what about the treasure?
That's strange. We found the culprit and also cut down his excuses. But the truth still hasn't appeared. Where is the real culprit's soul?
What?
The countdown hasn't stopped yet. It went down by a lot again.
Perhaps there is a secret final boss in this labyrinth? Wait, I know. It's...
Stop.
But why?
Anything, I'm the secret protagonist.
Moving on. This means maybe it's because
the over...
there's no mistake that Ikari made Shachi's murder look like a suicide. But we don't know why he did it. If you wanted to kill him, there are simpler ways to do.
So we need to find them up as long as that's an unknown.
The water is flowing somewhere.
Oh, so it is.
The water.
Where?
If the mystery labyrinth is a reflection of reality,
Then let's see where it leads us.
That's a crash.
You know, this case seems to involve water an awful lot. The slums where the crime took place are
Uh-oh.
flooded. Like the entire...
right? Given that, the a dead end. Looks like it's linked to that cap.
Hey, Master? Maybe...
Supposed to
my.
put bombing.
I'm sure this is the heart of this mystery. Master, you just gotta...
This
If you can get leper, you'll...
Oh, I didn't know that was a top answer. A diversion? Really? Oh, that's really bad. I'm failing real hard. Okay, I'm kind of cheap. Good something district. Hurry up.
So the culprit's real goal was to flood Marunomon district. They used the bomb threat to draw the Peacekeepers' attention toward me. Meanwhile, the culprit sabotaged the valves of the power plants and the reservoir to flood Marunomon district.
But what's the point in doing that?
Perhaps they wished to sow chaos throughout the city. The Resistance was challenging the Peacekeepers.
Then why not just detonate the bombs? A lot simpler than flooding the place.
It's true. If their goal was to cause chaos, they could have just used the bombs. Considering that, the culprit must not have wanted to destroy the place.
There!
No, that's a lie! How? I've heard him speak!
The Resistance isn't a terrorist group. We don't
Because you
kill
a villain.
We won't fight them with violence. We're gonna take them down the right way.
Okay, I think I'm able to piece the pieces together, but first we gotta do the running tackle thing.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut
We don't need to watch this part, we can just do it. Look how much HP I have left. They're trying out a bunch of new things, like this running animation thing looks weird.
Let's head to the truth, Master!
Stop, stupid! No! I can do it! Shut up! Get away from me! That's bullshit! Stop! Shut up! Shut up, shut up, shut up! Damn it all! Go away! Stay away from me! Stop, stop, stop! You're an outsider, what do you know? You have no idea what we went through in the slums! This is a declaration of our beliefs as part of the Resistance! We have to defeat Amaterasu Corporation! That's why we plunged the city into chaos! Shachi gave up his own life for that! This is what Shachi wanted! Shachi told me to do it! We were...
Yeah, I have to pee and I'm gonna brush my teeth. I'll be back.
Your plan has nothing to do with Shachi or the Resistance. You just wanted to take the safes!
Huh? Safes?
Many facilities in Marunomon District use safes made by Amaterasu Corporation, including the bank. These safes are completely airtight, and they can actually float on water.
Oh, we did see some safes floating around Marutamon District.
The culprit knew they could float, and planned to exploit that to steal all the safes from the bank. The safes would normally be too heavy to move, but they'd be easy to take if they were floating.
So, it was a bank heist?
Yes, that's right. That's the truth behind this case. You took advantage of Kanai Ward's unique features in your plan to rob the bank. This isn't what the Resistance believed in. In fact, you took advantage of their beliefs.
You didn't, Master. Now that we've exposed the truth of this case, we just need to finish off that filthy criminal.
Right. Let's finish this. For Shachi. Let's go, Shinigami. I'll charge my solution blade with the facts of this case.
Time limit. Ow. Oh. What did Uma set up for the cameras? Oh, that's right. Also, where did the call from? Bird. We did it. That was kind of easy. Okay, so I'm gonna spoil a little bit to myself and to anybody watching right now. I was told that this is the worst case of the game. So we got that out of. I mean, you know, of course, there's some people that love it, and that's great. Fine. By some, I mean like what? There was like one guy on Reddit. He really this was their favorite case, and people are like, "That's interesting." So for myself, this is definitely one of my least favorite cases for sure. Originally, I think before this, let me see, it was the school one. That one was actually kind of fun. What was the one before this? Halara, which is the church, the clock tower one. Okay, and then that means the one before that would have been the train one. I think out of the before chapter 3,
conducted a series of
I think the
crimes.
train one was the weakest one, but it was a starting one, so that was
Mom
okay.
set up in the phone booth of Marunaman
I definitely
district
liked
exploded first.
the school one.
Luckily, there were no casualties. But the culprit also bombed the drain.
Oh, 'cause it was all of them.
district at the same
But the
time.
first one was
Someone snitched and said you were responsible. But that must have been the culprit too.
Since the peacekeeper's eyes were on me, it made it easier
who
to
was
pull
the
off
one for
rest
the
of their
clock
crimes.
tower?
The culprit took Shachi's gun and went to the roof of the resistance hideout in Doya district.
Shachi followed soon after. I saw him being chased by the peacekeepers.
You just walked up to him.
The culprit was
Oh,
waiting there to ambush him.
I was heading up the emergency stairs to the roof, but along the way,
hmm.
Shachi was ambushed by the culprit and shot to death.
Dude, who was the
Once it was finished,
one
they
for the
placed the gun in Shachi's right hand to make it look like a suicide.
tower one then? Oh, the priest. Yeah, so that one was also fun, but the person who was the culprit was lame.
The culprit
The school one was kind of a cop out because it was 3 people.
and escaped from the roof unseen.
This one was like, okay, well, it's the guy who looks like the villain was the villain. But then if they picked the dude with the afro, they would have been like,
Right after the escape,
oh, well,
I
like that's
arrived on the
goofy,
rooftop and discovered Shachi's body.
and not. I guess to them it wouldn't make sense. It could have been the girl
Buried in the
who,
rubble
like,
from this explosion.
you know, like
A
she
bomb
could
had
have
been
done
set
it
in
and
advance to
then
hide
like,
the killer's escape.
oh, but she put the gun in the wrong place
After
or
that,
something like
they
that.
all went around town
Forgot.
trying to defuse the
But then,
bombs.
but the way the game was
Culprit
like,
took
oh
advantage
no,
of the chaos,
she remembers, she would know
opened the valve
because
of
she's the one that
reservoir
made the gun for
upstream
it.
from the
But
power
okay,
plant.
well, in that case, I guess that doesn't make sense. Because then she knew the answer. She knew, so she wouldn't have done that. Unless she, like, the crime was like they put it on his left hand, you know, or something like that, because she knows that, like, he knows that he's left-handed, so like she could have put it on the other thing, you know. And I didn't think it was the old man because there's no way he could have just
These
disappeared.
safes are heavy and difficult to move, but because they're so airtight,
Also
they
ratted
can
us
float on
out.
water.
Look at that
As a
weird girl.
result,
Earlier.
they all floated out of the flooded banks. Collecting these safes was the culprit's true goal.
Sinking an entire district just to be a small-time looter. I can't tell if the guy thinks big or small.
The only ones who could commit these crimes were the resistance leaders with access to Shachi's gun.
And only one guy was a good enough swimmer to dive right into the drain.
Shachi really did try to save the city. But the culprit not only took over his plan, but killed and framed him.
This criminal lost his pride and dignity as a member of the Resistance, becoming nothing more than a money grubber. And his true identity is...
Cardi! It was you!
Yeah. Not a fan of the when you solve the mystery labyrinth they die type of thing. I think that's a kind of a lame cop out. But if there was like a it makes sense as to why, then I guess, you know, it'll be fine.
I hate this city. I was sick of all of Shachi's idealistic nonsense. Fighting the peacekeepers wouldn't have changed anything. That's why I was gonna take the money
Oh,
and
go
get
ahead.
out of here. It's this city that's wrong. This rotten place.
Is this the hidden treasure? It is far different than what I was imagining.
I think so. I felt the same way when I first saw one.
So, this is it. I was not much help after all. I relied on you the entire time, Yuma.
That's not true. You're a great partner, Fubuki.
Really?
Yeah, really.
I am grateful to have joined you on this adventure, Yuma. I think it helped me grow as a person. Just a little bit.
Well, you are gonna forget all of it soon. Huh? What?
I am sorry for being so rude to you.
What?
I assumed you were a vulgar god of darkness, based solely on your looks.
Yeah, that's pretty rude of you.
But now I realize that you have been a wonderful guide. When you said you believed in Yuma, I realized there was a bond of trust between the two of you. And now, frankly, I adore you. Please consider being my friend.
You're gonna forget it all anyway.
Yuma, while I may be ignorant and naive, one day, I hope to be a great adventurer and detective, just like you. A labyrinth-delving elite bomb diffuser, he who tames the god of darkness, holy great detective warrior of light. You truly are amazing, Yuma.
That title is getting way too long.
Enough chit-chat. It's time for the part you've all been waiting for.
Huh? What is it? What is about to happen? Wait a minute. Do you mean we are going to leap into the basin?
We go.
No.
Made it just in time with like 10 minutes left.
Boom, kill the bad guy.
In about like 2 hours. Okay, so it seems like I didn't. This is on me. I should have checked. But it seems like
Overflowing despair.
the trial can take about like an hour and a half ish.
Radiant soul Shinigami
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just like an hour.
shall expunge this cursed case.
I guess technically we're still in it, but
All deplorables. Through into the final
we're just watching it now. So, and then they're gonna set up for the next one.
We've returned from the Mystery Labyrinth, but we're still in grave danger. How do we get out of this?
Master, now that I think about it, the culprit isn't here, so there's no way you can prove your innocence. Solving the mystery labyrinth doesn't help in this situation one bit.
Come on! Why do we do all that work to discover the truth?
That is what
Oh,
it
that's
is.
right. This is where we
Never
were.
give up, Master.
But this time, we're done for.
Now, Dominic, go nuts and crush their little heads.
Oy.
What?
That's enough.
Sorry to keep you waiting, my man. You too, princess.
Tetsuhiko! Halora!
The both of you are safe.
What do you think of my grand entrance? Fitting for a charismatic leader, no?
Master detectives with the same, unlike a certain trainee.
Hey, big guy!
Card.
You're messing with the wrong dude. The criminal you're looking for is right here.
Oh, there he is.
What?
That's...
Viva. Vivia.
Chinyoko!
That's fair. That's fair.
And
Breaking the fourth wall.
Vivia, did you forget already? I haven't had much screen time, and my name's hard to remember, so I don't blame you.
I was worried about you, Fubuki. And the trainee too, I guess. I'm kidding, just joking around.
Everyone is safe. Oh, what a relief.
Wait, you're gonna cry? Master, you're gonna cry? Where did you all come from? You know what'll happen if you interfere with the Peacekeepers!
Like I said, you're messing with the wrong dude. The ones who planted those bombs were the Resistance people on that boat over there. Too bad one of them died from a heart attack. I have no idea why. But if you run an autopsy, you'll find that the cause of death wasn't a homicide.
In other words, Yuma is innocent. Or do peacekeepers punish the innocent?
You can prove his innocence?
You heard her. You got something to say?
I was threatened by Hikari to make those devices. I didn't know what was going on. It's true! I didn't know about the big robbery, and I didn't think that would happen to Shachi! It was all set up by Hikari! Please! I'll confess everything I know! Please spare my life.
We captured them on a boat in front of the bank. Safe deposit boxes owned by the wealthy were floating nearby. They were caught red-handed. One can conclude that the events in question were all part of a bank robbery planned by Icardi.
The leader of the Resistance was also murdered to pin the crimes on him.
After stealing the safes, they were planning to leave Kanai Ward via the waterway. Ironically, Icardi died of a sudden seizure. Trying to take more money than you can carry will only lead to your own downfall. Seems like an expensive lesson.
What about the other
believe
leaders of the Resistance?
two
Margama
more
and
cases.
Aruka. You're saying they had nothing to do with it?
Yes.
Anyway, we're taking Yuma with us. You got no problem with that, right? My terrified kitten.
Alrighty, gang. Looks like we're free to go.
Yes!
The Peacekeeper lady's still staring at me. Maybe she's in love with me.
I don't know about that.
Now that we've handed over the Resistance, the rest is up to the Peacekeepers. Come on, everyone.
It came out 2023, huh? That. Yeah, I don't plan on doing requests. More chapters
I think
left,
this
so
solves the case for
okay,
the time
okay.
being. Another person died. No. I committed murder. Just because he committed
Their
a
life was
crime
lost.
doesn't make it right for me to kill him.
I mean, it's bound to happen, you know.
He took advantage of Shachi's death, and I hunted him down without hesitation. And thanks to that, another life was lost.
Why do you look so sad? Are you always like this when you solve a case?
Huh? What?
Yuma, you weren't in the wrong. I think you did the right thing.
Huh?
Even if others disagree, I will always say that you were right. So please, Don't make that face.
Thank you, Kurumi. If you ask me if what I did was right or wrong, I don't think I was in the right.
That's not true, because...
But I don't need to be right. I need to have conviction.
Conviction?
The strength of a heart that refuses to yield, no matter the situation. Or maybe it's like a detective's creed. Something to guide me when I don't know what to do. It's something I don't have yet. I don't know where to turn when stuff like this happens.
It doesn't seem that way to me. Yuma, you saved me because you wanted to help someone, didn't you? And you got dragged into this mess because you wanted to help the Resistance and the people in the slums.
That has nothing to do with being a detective. It's what any human would normally do.
Is that so? A detective with the conviction to do what any human would normally do is a wonderful thing. This is embarrassing, so I'll only say this once. Even if you deny it yourself,
Today's Monday.
I believe you are in the right.
Okay.
And that's why I hope you'll always be a detective.
My prediction is Tuesday and Wednesday will be preparing for the trial case. That's my guess. If they somehow manage they
That was close. But we managed this time around.
the investigation story
Sheesh.
stuff, and then Wednesday do the
Someone has
case,
been a huge
then that'd be
troublemaker
great.
for
And
us.
Thursday can stay up because Friday no work.
Yuma,
So
the
Thursday
way
then try
you
to.
keep dragging us into trouble
That's like putting out too
is
much
pure
out there.
genius.
I predicting I will finish this game by this week. If I happen to finish this game before Saturday,
Jeez, you're lucky we
maybe
even
I'll do
noticed
Mario
what
Maker in
happened.
between so that I can put a poll up, you know,
Where were you
vote
all?
for the next
I
game.
searched all over
Switch
town
game.
for you.
That's what I want to ask. I told you about the emergency meeting place for this sort of stuff.
Meeting place? Huh?
The multi-purpose building where the detective agency used to be. I brought you there the day you arrived. Huh? I didn't tell you?
This is the first time I've heard about it.
Seriously? I see. Guess I forgot to mention it. Then again, you did arrive late to Kanai Ward. Yeah, that must be it. Yep.
Wait, you're just sweeping it under the rug? I was in a lot of trouble back there.
Sorry about that. Well, everyone's okay, so it's all good. Still, weren't you with him, Fubuki? I know I told you about the meeting place.
Yep, I just remembered right now.
Figures. Well, I'm glad to see you're safe too, Fubuki.
Still, I'm surprised you weren't fooled by the bomb threat and saw the real motive was the bank robbery.
That's because a certain sleepyhead woke up today. We arrived at the truth this time thanks to Vivia's investigation.
So that unmotivated, anemic vampire helped?
I was just lucky. I noticed the emotion is the foundation to being a detective. To a detective, the act of deduction is like a game. And the truth is what a detective desires. Like a precious stone, it's something I'd desire if I stared at it too long. So, dreaming about it is enough for me. Because it's a pain in the ass.
I have no idea what he's talking about. Do you?
At the very least, his statements aren't really based on logic.
I want to die someday.
He's incomprehensible as usual, but it's amazing how he solved the case by himself.
Hey, Master? This guy is...
What is it?
Never mind. Maybe it's my imagination.
Anyway, that solves it. Now we should...
Uh-oh. Front row.
Whoa, what?
I need a place to
I
save.
thought we were done here! Hey, sewer rats.
Yomi.
You!
No right hand.
Hellsmile,
The left hand
Director
either.
of the Peacekeepers. What is he doing here?
Damn. How did the city end up like this? Why are a bunch of terrorists getting in our way? Why is Kanai Ward being destroyed? I was finally able to guide this foolish city down the right path. I keep saying I'll teach these fools what law and order is all about. But now
He's just a little
there's another
crazy.
bunch who defy me, disrupting the peace in the city! Hey! Why is that? When will peace finally come to this place?
Now? I understand you're irritated, but let's all relax for a second.
So what do you want with us?
Hand over that terrorist immediately. Otherwise, you will all receive the death penalty.
Huh? Death penalty?
When you say terrorist, you mean Yuma? Because that issue has been resolved already.
Regardless of who the mastermind is, the fact of the matter is, he planted bombs around the city. Do you think you can just plead ignorance? Even small crimes cannot go unpunished. That is the meaning of justice.
No, but he...
Chief, let me go.
Don't get hasty. This is just an excuse to capture you.
But at this rate, everyone here will be arrested.
I've already told you that self-sacrifice is worthless here. I can neutralize them all in under 25 seconds.
Knock it off, Halara. How many of us would also die in that same amount of time?
If things go bad, then I will turn back time.
If you get taken out first, it's the end for all of us. I won't make such a dangerous bet.
Then what do we do? Everyone's gonna get killed at this rate!
Let's fight the people.
Huh?
Hey! This is...
Kurumi's here
What's gotten into you?
Stay back!
Director Yomi! Something is falling from the...
It's that guy.
It's the...
Oh my. Even though we're friends, you've... What is it? Oh, you...
From...
What?
Hello, Yomi.
You intend to let these Just because you're the CEO of Amaterasu doesn't give you free reign to disrupt Kanai Ward's peace.
Amaterasu CE.
Hey, Yuma.
Hello, detectives. Huh? I was born a prince in a certain nation. The nation was overthrown and the royal... My family was killed. I was the only... I was forced to wear a mask to conceal... And now, the mask has become my face.
He's talking way too long, and none of it sounds true at all. The story changed from...
I didn't ask about your...
Yomi, I don't want to quarrel with you here. Just this once. Please.
You get one. As for you...
Lucky us. Now skedaddle.
Hey,
Okay. Her. Oh, and that guy too, the worshipper. This one, a lot of people died. Number 1. Why isn't he bald with a football head? Sunglasses. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna stop here because I know technically it's not the end of the chapter because we gotta do that tomorrow, but yeah, I think this is gonna be it for me. 11:40. I don't think I should stay up, but yeah. Anywho, today's Monday, Thursday. Okay, yeah. So we'll hopefully just continue more tomorrow. We're probably just going to start the next chapter, you know, learn the city or learn the whatever we need to. But yeah, that's going to be it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye, everybody.